believe I am live. What's up, people? How everybody doing today? Praying all is well in your family, all is well as mine. Today, family, yeah. For those who seen my short video, and in my short video, I said I was going to talk about do Black lives really matter? And I said I was going to talk about it yesterday. That was Saturday. And I apologize wholeheartedly for that. Like, family, I really do. I apologize for that. I should have been on my thing and I wasn't on my thing, so that was on me. But I'm hoping that some of you guys jump in, some of my subscribers, some guys who've been watching my videos, the 57 people who watched my short that I said I was going to be here. I was going to be live on Saturday at 7 o'clock, and I didn't do that. Other things came up that was a little bit more important. So here I am. Okay. I really want to talk about this, family, because I think this is something that, all of us should basically really be talking about. It's a lot of disturbing things that are going on. And I know for me, I stay in the state of Ohio, so in the city of Cleveland. So it's been a lot of murders going on in my city, and in my state, and mainly between young Black people. And family, I'm trying to get a clear understanding on why is it our young Black people are killing each other like it don't mean nothing. And family, we must do something about that. We as a society, we must do something about that. That I mean, it's very disturbing. Very disturbing. I understand. My problem with this whole thing is, let me just get down to the basics of this. My whole problem with this whole thing is the fact that when I said, do Black lives really matter? It's because the only time I myself notice when we as a people get into uproar about one of our Black babies, getting killed, is when they're getting killed by a cop or a white cop in particular. And now it's a big thing. Black lives matter. Well, I say Black lives matter every day, all day. And I appreciate, anyone who comes in on this live, give me your viewpoint. Tell me how you feel about it. Because the reason why I'm doing this live right now, because I want to give my viewpoint, how I feel about it, and I want to hear how you guys feel about it. I mean, do Black lives really matter? Or do Black lives only matter when it matters to those who feel like at that present moment it matters? Like when a cop kills one of our Black babies, or when, in particular, a white cop kills one of our Black babies. And then when we want to march the streets, we want to protest, we want to get in a big uproar about what's going on in this world. And why is cops killing our youth? Now, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that at all. But my problem again is why the only time we hear about Black lives being actually mattering, is when a white cop kills, or when a cop kills one of our people. Why is that? And what's the real reason behind our youth acting the way they're acting? Is it parenting? Is it society? Is it the environment? Or is it all the above? Well, I'm going to pick all the above, family. I'm going to pick all the above. I think a lot of us have a lot to do with that too. It kind of reminds me of when I was growing up, we had eyes all over the street. Our elders were always watching. We just couldn't say and do the things that youth are doing today. Now, first, let me say this, okay? Because I got less than an hour on this stream, so I'm hoping that people come in and chime in with me and give me your point of view. But when I was growing up, now I'm 60 years old. So when I was growing up, I was born in the 60s. So I am mostly a 70s baby, because that was my era really beginning in the 70s. And we always had, big mom, grandma. We always had somebody that was giving us values. Our home environment wasn't the same as our outside environment. That is one of the problems that we are having in our society. Our environment at home for our youth is just like the environment when they leave their house. And that should not be the case. Your home value, your home environment should not be anything like the outside environment. Your home environment is where you're supposed to have security. It's where you're supposed to have your safe haven. It's where you're supposed to get your knowledge and get your understanding. That home environment is where you get is where you build your resistance to knowing what's going on in the world. Those are the ones that got you when you're at home. That's what the home environment is about. It's about being at home and learning the things that you need to learn once you leave your house. Because once you leave your house, you're in the outside environment. And in the outside environment, there is nobody that cared nothing about you in the outside environment. Now, for those young people who have that type of structure in their lives, they have a nice home, a nice, where you got support. Big mom's there with you. Your daddy is there. Your mom is there. That's good. And they teaching you about what the world is. That's what most of us need. That's what I had growing up. But then you also have those young people who do not grow up in an environment like that. You got most of those young people's environments are just like the environment they live outside in them streets. Their home environment is nothing different than their outside environment. So everything that they're doing outside, they're doing inside. That is not a help at all. That's another problem that you have, okay? Because if your inside environment is anything like your outside environment, that is one of the biggest problems that you may have. And that's mainly because you don't have the structure. You don't have the support. You don't have that type of big mom background that they're going to make sure that you're good. Then you have those who are worse than that. Not only do they have their environment is the same as their environment outside, but their environment is outside, meaning they have no inside environment. They have no home structure because they have no home. You have a lot of our young people out here that are living in the streets. A lot of them they're like foster kids. They come from foster homes. Some of them don't even come from foster homes. Some of them come from home they had that they were living at, but the environment that they live in is worse than the environment they live in outside. So why would they go home? You have those type of kids you're dealing with. That's another problem. You have all these different kids, and all these different kids come together. You got the kids who don't have a home, don't have a family structure. They're hanging with the kids who do have a family structure, who do have a good home. They're also hanging with the kids who do have a home, but their home environment is just like their outside environment. So you have levels of kids that are hanging with one another. And unfortunately, you have those kids who, like myself, grew up with a mother and a father at home. They have good background, good structure. But for them, they think that outside is better than inside because their inside structure is their inside environment is structured. It's nothing like their outside environment. Now, those are the kids who don't realize what they have. That was me. That's how I grew up. I had a mom, I had a dad there. The structure was there. Support was there. Now, were my parents the best parents? No, they weren't the best parents. Did they know everything? No, they did not know everything. Did they do everything right? No, they didn't do everything right. But at the same time, they did the best they could with us, with my other two siblings. There was three of us. They did the best they could do with us. But were they the perfect parents? No, they wasn't. And I'm not sitting up here saying that the reason why these kids are acting the way they're acting because they don't have good parents. They don't have perfect parents. No, there are kids out there who have good parents, who have great parents, but they still out there doing the same stuff they shouldn't be out there doing. I know because I was one of those. Like I say, I was one of those kids who had parents at home who looked out for me, did the best they could for me, and taught me the best they could teach me. You know, my parents, the best thing they wanted for us, me and my other two siblings, was to graduate from school. And that's a lower level. That's something that I didn't find out until I became an adult my own self. But that's a lower level. But that level that I'm talking about is the only level they knew because they never graduated from school. My mom dropped out when she was in the 9th grade. My dad dropped out when he was in the 11th grade. But through the grace of God, we didn't want for anything. Me and my siblings didn't want for anything. My dad was a great provider. And my mom was a great mom. She did what she could. Now I say great in the matter of we didn't want for anything and we had everything we needed. But again, they were parents who was learning on the fly like most parents did. So no, my parents weren't perfect. But at the same time, they were good enough to teach me the things that I needed to know. And those things brought me back once I strayed away. A lot of kids don't have that. A lot of kids are out here really living on their own. That's why they're doing the things they're doing. I just heard about a young brother who got killed. He's 15 years old. He got killed by the police. Now here come the Black Lives Matter thing again. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I'm tired of hearing that. Because what they don't realize is that boy had I think he was like the magazine he had in the gun was like 32 bullets. Yeah, he was carrying. He was carrying. Now, did he? Now, from the news feed, you seen his mom, you seen his family members, and everybody was up there. They was talking about how much a good guy he was. He was a good boy. Well, all of them are good boys until they leave their house. He might have been a young man that had that structure at home, that had that big mind at home, that had that structure where, hey, we don't do those type of things. But for some other reason, he may have been one of the ones that got caught up with the boys out there who ain't got no life, who ain't got no home, who ain't got no structure. You want to hang with them, and they ain't got a pot to piss in or one to throw it out of. And now here you are, 6 feet deep. That's going on a lot in our neighborhoods. All our youth ain't bad, thank God. We have great youth out there, smart youth out there that's doing their things, and I'm proud of. But we, as a society, we have to find a way to do better for our young people. We have to, family. This is a state of emergency. Yes, I have kids. And thank God, none of them is in jail. None of them is dead. None of them is messed up on drugs. Thank God. And they believers of the Most High God. Now, does that make me a perfect parent? No, because I'm far from being perfect. I am far from that. There are things that I didn't do right raising my sons and raising my daughter. There's things I didn't do right. Things I did dead wrong things. Things that got me prison time. So no, I wasn't perfect at all. And I'm not sitting here like I'm holier than thou. Because I'm not. That's the last thing I am. I can't say I'm better. I'm just hoping that people who see this, who come back and see this video, even though this is a live video right here, people who come back and see this video, please make a comment. I need to know, how do you guys feel about this? Our youth is killing each other. I've talked to a young dude that I work with. This young guy just graduated high school. He just turned 19. Just turned 19. I think a month or so. He just turned 19 years old. And he told me, he said, Reg, man, we can't, man, look, us today, man, this youth today, the way we are, we can't go nowhere without a gun. We got to have a gun. And I said, why? Why? I said, I grew up in the projects. I grew up all my life not carrying a gun. Now, did I have access to one if I needed one? Yes. But did I carry a gun wherever I went? No. I didn't live my life like that. And when I did start carrying a gun, I was selling dope. I was selling drugs. And all that did was send me straight to prison. While I did prison time. And I'm trying to tell my young man that that's not the ticket. He said, man, well, we can't even go nowhere, man. Every time we go somewhere and stuff, man, it's always a problem. I said, but is you looking for it? Because if you're carrying something, that means you're looking for it. And if you got to go to a place where you got to carry a gun, then that is a place, my man, that you don't need to be. And that's facts. Real talk. Youngblood needs to renew his mind. This is why I say what I say. And this is the reason why my channel is called The Renewal of the Mind. The 7 P's of life to a renewed mind. I know about these streets. I've been there. I've done that. And through the grace of God, I've survived it. But I've never had to carry a gun until I was doing the things I wasn't supposed to be doing. As long as I wasn't doing the things I wasn't supposed to be doing, I didn't need to carry no gun to go nowhere. But this is the mentality of these kids today, y'all. Come on, family. This is what we have today in this society. Our youth, black youth, killing each other for nothing. Just heard another young brother. He's probably been a leader of a gang here in Ohio. He's 35 years old and running a gang. Now, what type of life do you think he had? Because I'm not saying this young man didn't have a structure, family, people who loved him and cared about him. I'm not saying he didn't have that. But it's hard to see. But even with that negativity that this young man is doing, running these are kids he's running. He got the ability to be a leader. He's showing that, but he's doing it the wrong way. This is a man that's probably feel like the world is totally against him. Not only is our young people out here killing each other, but they also killing themselves. They're killing themselves. I need to see our black organizations that's out here today, Black Lives Matter and all the rest of these organizations out here. I say, get with me. Let me get with you. And let's try to see if we can do something a little bit more better than what we're doing. I don't know everything that you guys are doing. You guys are probably doing a great job out here. But all I know is every time I even hear or see or I stay in the state of Ohio. I don't know if it's even a Black Lives Matter program here in in my state. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Black Lives Matter program that's going on in my city. I don't know. But all I know is I'm tired of seeing Black Lives Matter when it's some cop killing our youth. When our youth are killing each other every day. That's what I mean when I say Black Lives Matter. I'm tired of seeing our youth killing each other every day. I have young cousins right now that are not here today. They are dead because they live in that life. And I'm just trying to gain some understanding here. Like, you doing prison time. When I went to prison, I did my prison bid in 2005. I've seen many of young guys, the ages of 17, 18, 19 years old, crying like babies. Crying like babies because they got a dime, 10 years, or 15, or 20. For what? And once you get in there, you sitting up there fighting another inmate because you want phone privileges. You can't even get phone privileges in there. You want to fight somebody because you want to be a porter, because you want phone privileges. Well, you could have got a job at McDonald's if you want to sweep floors. That's all porters do. They sweep floors and they clean up. And because they do such a good job, they get a right to have a little bit more phone time, have a little bit more TV time. And you're going to live your life just like that for 20 years because you too hard to do the right thing. It don't even make no sense. It don't even make no sense, family. We should not selling our souls to the devil. Yeah, I know. That same young man that said he need to carry a gun with me, that same young man also told me that he didn't believe in God and said he grew up in the church. Now you tell me what's wrong with that picture. What's wrong with that picture? Same picture I grew up with because I went through the same scenario. Grew up in the church. And at one point I was like, you know what? I don't even know if there is a God. I got me a rude awakening though. And Lord knows I'm back on track. But it was a time that I felt just like that young man. Family. This was disturbing me so much that I just felt like I had to get on here and express myself. Because I know there are a lot of youth out there that are going through all types of stuff, and they would never. And I'm talking about the females too, not just the male youth. I'm talking about the female youth too. We, the society, we'd probably be surprised at a lot of stuff that these young people are going through. But what I don't understand is why do we give up? Because it seems to me like most of us just give up. I'll never give up on none of mine. If they have to see psychiatric help or whatever the case is, I'll never give up on them. But at the same time, you can only help someone who wants to be helped. I truly believe that our youth want to be helped. They just probably don't know how to go about it. Anybody who come back and see this video, make a comment. Tell me what you think. Like I said, I stay in the state of Ohio and I stay in the city of Cleveland. And the youth here, ain't nothing to play with. They're killing each other and they dying just as fast as they're killing each other. And I do not see an uproar of Black Lives Matter anywhere. I just don't. I don't see it on the news. I don't see all that marching up and down the street. I don't see none of that. Now, challenge me. Anybody out there that sees this video that has a youth program, that has some kind of program going on, that they're trying to reach out to the youth, mainly the youth that's in juvenile systems, because our juvenile system is then went bonkers. Our young people up there is seriously, our young people done lost it. A lot of them done lost their minds. And we need to catch them right now where we can try to save them. We can try to bring their minds back to a renewal state, meaning change it. So anybody that's out there seeing this video and you are a part of a youth program and you need a person like myself to come in and volunteer, give you whatever you need me to do, as long as it's reaching out to the youth, and especially for those programs out there who goes to see the juveniles at the juvenile centers and things of that nature. If you need a speaker or you need someone who's been there and done that, you can reach out to me. My email and everything is in the comments. All my information is in the bio. Just get with me and I will get back with you. But I'm hoping that whoever that see this video, you are from the state of Ohio, from the city of Cleveland, you got some programs going on, you're trying to reach the youth, you're trying to do things for the youth, I'm with that. Now, true enough, I'm a busy guy. You know, I'm working 5 days a week, 11 hours a day. And I deal with my father because I am also a caregiver, so I take care of my dad. I'm his POA, so I do a lot of things for him too. Plus, I got my own family that I have to deal with. But anytime that I get that I can spare, that I could come and spend time with you and speak with you guys, hit me up through the bio. Or leave a comment and give me your information, and I will get back with you. Leave a comment, tell me who you are, tell me where you're from, and maybe we can get together and do something. But I can't sit by and do nothing. For I know that our Lord and Savior want us to do one thing, only one thing that truly pleases our Lord and our Savior. One thing that he asks that truly pleases him is that we serve one another. Period. Whether we feel like it's not our obligation to try to help the youth or to try to help anyone is in need is hypocrisy. To think that we're not supposed to do that is hypocrisy. If that's even a word. But we are here to do one thing only for one another, family. And that's to serve one another. And I'm here offering my services. I'm a man who is a man of God. I am an inspirational speaker. I'm also a life coach. And I'm also a person with experience who been there and done that. Been to prison, did prison time, did some stuff I wasn't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But through the Holy Spirit, the grace of God, changed my life. Period. Now that don't make me perfect. That don't mean I am perfect, because I'm not. It's still things that I'm growing and I'm still learning. But I know what my call is on life. And my call is on life is to help and teach those who who've been through the same thing I went through, but just don't know how to go about it. My phone is ringing and dinging, dinging. My notifications is going crazy right about now. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I have to turn that down a little bit. But anyway, I'm gonna have to land this plane, as my man Sean Kennel say. Sean, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, bro. I like that. And I do have to have to land this plane right quick. But just let me say this before I go. Now, anything you want to know about me, anything you want to find out about me, all you got to do is leave a comment. Look at my bio. If you need me to be assistance in any kind of way, leave a comment. Tell me who you are, where you're from. And if I can lend a helping hand, I will. No matter how busy I am, God will always find a way. I truly believe in that. He'll always find a way. So listen, family. Like I said again, I wanted to get on here and I wanted to speak freely. You know, no scripts, no editing, nothing. Just speak freely. So you guys can hopefully come into the chat and tell me how you feel. But if you're not, if the algorithm is not reaching you right now, it'll reach you later. But this is your boy again, Reggie T, with another episode of the 7 P's of Life to a Renewed Mind. And family, what I need you to do is to think about what I just said. Do Black lives really matter? Or do it matter because it's convenient? Because I feel like this, if Black lives truly, really matter, which personally I believe all lives matter, just as well as blacks. But when I see nothing is being done, I don't see no groups, I don't see no kind of black leadership, you know what I'm saying, trying to reach out. And I know it's some out there. Don't get me wrong. I know, especially in my city, I know it's some out there. Please reach out to your boy. Please reach out to your boy, Reggie T. You know, because I understand that life, and I know exactly where that life can lead you. And I know exactly how we even get caught up in that life. I did a few years myself, like I said, in prison, and that was enough for me. One time was enough. And I did it in my later years too. So I learned real quick that ain't a badge of damn honor. Excuse my language. But that is not a badge of honor. It is not. And it really sickens me to my stomach when I see a lot of our youth out here using prison time as a badge of honor. Because it's not. And hopefully you will learn that. And hopefully you will understand that before you leave this earth. I believe in my youth. I love my youth. The youth is what keep me going and keep me strong. My grandbabies, all of them. They keep me going, man. But I learn a lot from them too. And I'm seeing what's going on in the world. And I'm telling you, it is too much. Too many of us blacks dying for no reason at all. Dying because of ignorance. Thinking that this is the only life that we got to live. It ain't cool. Listen to those new rappers. They talk about this, that, and the other. That is ridiculous. That is stupid. And it makes no sense when you're talking about killing your fellow brother. I don't care what he done to you. And I don't care what you done to him. I'm saying whatever you're doing to one another, you need to stop doing it. Period. And for youth out here that get a hold of this video, you young brothers out here that's 18, 19 years old, get a hold of this video, leave a comment. Leave a comment. If you want to talk to me, if you need some help from me, you know what I'm saying? If you need me to school you or teach you and put you down on some game, I can definitely do that. All I'm saying is we need to do more than what we've been doing. And sometimes we may need to go down to the trenches. We need to go to the source sometimes. That means some of these leaders out here that's running these gangs, we have to go to the source. Because most of these young brothers out here is pretty much running themselves. They don't have no family. They have no home. They have no one that they care about or no one to care about. And they believe that no one cares about them. And all I'm saying is, family, that's not true. That is not true. So, again, all you Black Lives Matters groups and affiliates and all you different groups out here, leave a comment. Let me know where you are, who you are. And then I'll come and be a part of your program. But only if your program is dealing with the youth and the juvenile youth of today. Not every time a cop kill a young black boy, you want to get up in arms. Let's get up in arms about us black boys killing each other. Let's get up in arms about that. And let's find a solution to the problem. Because I know there is. And I'm not saying this is going to happen overnight, because I know it's not. But at the same time, it got to start somewhere, family. It got to start somewhere. And I'm just telling you just like it is. And that's facts. Real talk. Please, family, whatever you do, renew your mind. This is your boy, Reggie. Another episode.